table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Darius Davis to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led up by the sixth-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. That's not easy to do in this AFC.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's his running back. And he reaches the 35 before going out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He keeps it and takes off. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
A gain of 14. And the Chargers first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Los Angeles.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, they'll run. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6. Herbert from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This one from 47 yards away. Dicker connects there. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Ty Johnson now to return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw now, Allen. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Allen on 3rd and short. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Short side option here. He's running left. Juke the defender. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Cook trying this one up the gut. Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's Johnson on second down. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Prater on to send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Chargers get their offense set for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chargers.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Herbert now off the play fake. Deep drop, and he goes down. The Bills got to him. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Dumps it off to his running back. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On third down, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch.
The Bills take over.
Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Allen on the play action. It's an interception. No, it's an incomplete pass. Ooh, a risky throw nearly picked off. They are lucky that defender didn't keep on going down that sideline. It's going to be second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
It's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught for the first. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Play action now with Allen. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They're set up at the 35 now. Allen now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. He finds Kincaid. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
This is Cook on the handoff. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now lead by 10. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills drive their lead to 11. Now Prater on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Toss play, short side. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Herbert on 1st down. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed 1 more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Well, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Here's again to Vidal. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 35-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Caught out left. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
1st down, Chargers.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down with a 13.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Chargers trailing in the early going. 2nd and 3 now. Herbert from the gun. This throw is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now Herbert again. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now Herbert to throw. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Sack sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12. Throwing from the gun here. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 4.
Chargers 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Brandon Condrington to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills offense takes over. Not much time remaining in the half. And backed up this deep in their own territory, probably content to just take that lead into the locker room. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. He was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. It's Allen out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Cook. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They've got a man in motion. First down throw for Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
With that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they get this down to the 28. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And up to Cook here, out of his own read. Got to give on his own read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 13. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To Khalil Shakir. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
For the field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st down, Chargers.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Conklin brings it in. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Kyle Bernard tracking that one down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle.
The tackle by DeMar Hamlin. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Gets it to him on the screen. Jukes one defender. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
1st down from the red zone. Has it in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it in close. It's an LA touchdown. The Chargers start the 2nd half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Tiburon now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it 17 all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
That's complete to Coleman out left. This gets forward to around the 29. Stopped by Deion Henley.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And this will be his first effort of the contest. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't. I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Herbert now off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 13 on the pickup, and the Chargers will have a 1st.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3, and we're going to see which side separates in the 4th. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Hits his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. Dive play straight ahead. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
TB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Codrington now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This is cut. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's good for Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Play action now, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. And not from the pistol to Cook. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Deion Henley on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. It's a design boot. Dumped off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills now trail by just a point in the 4th. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. As you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
The previous play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Herbert on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
On 1st down, they'll run. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. This will be caught by Vidal. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Now Herbert again. He's got it near the 8. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Tiburon now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 24.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Johnson with a return here. Escapes a defender. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd and 3 now. From the 39. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And we'll not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 33. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
23-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 23. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he hands them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Motioning one of the tight ends. Setting up to pass. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the
10 more yards. Complete to 0. Keon Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
4. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
4-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Now to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut it to a point late in this one. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Chargers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. An offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Back to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 from the 41. Running with Vidal out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here he is to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get the first down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. From the 38. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Throwing now. Johnson finds the football, complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Now a give on the counter. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock, but not the big play they needed, just a gain of 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves them to the 48. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just 1 last snap.
48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw now, Allen. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Incomplete.
Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And it sets up 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Buffalo.